Welcome to Pick Me Up Sis podcast. We have a beautiful episode for you tonight, or today, or this morning, whenever you watch it. This is a phenomenal episode that we are bringing to you. So, what we're talking about today is Gen Z relationships, Gen X marriage, and singleness. And y'all, we have on the show today some very dear individuals to us. I got my daughter, Nisha Dunlap, Gen Z. And you have
Michaela Como, my baby, Gen Z.
And we have our phenomenal friend of 30 plus
Sister.
and
Yes.
friend,
That's
Natasha
That's
Como,
her. Yeah.
which is a professional woman.
Cold.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry about that.
She trying to give her my last name.
Sorry about that, too. That is your wife. Natasha Cole, baby, Cole. She is a professional woman and a wife.
And she's my godmother.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's professional in healthcare.
And this is my niece.
Yes, yes. So yes, y'all. We're talking about, like I said, relationships, marriage, and singleness. Because you know what, when you think about it, nowadays, a lot of times, people aren't really ready for commitment. And me being a single woman, I think back to when I was around y'all's age, and that would be in my 20s, which wasn't long ago, y'all. Matter of fact. but in my 20s, I think about how back then, guys, they would at least want to take you to the movies. They wanted to, like date you and different things like that. And I'm not saying that they're not doing that now, but I'm not hearing a lot about them wanting to really date you and or either say that you are an item, together. So I just want to ask y'all a little bit about that now. How is it?
It's tough out here. As you guys know, I know times are different from when y'all were coming up.
Yes.
So it's really, everybody's upbringing is a little different. So everybody don't have the same outlook on certain things.
Yes.
So a lot of things that's only supposed to be happening in marriages are happening before that, but you don't want to commit, and it's hard. It's hard.
So it's do you get confused? Like, what are we? Or what are we doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then too, you have, when y'all were growing up, men were okay with providing. It's like now they want to be us. We got to do this in order for you to take care of this, and it's like that.
What do you mean when you say we got to be this?
No, it's like men. It's just, oh well, what you gonna do for me? And it's like, honey, you need to be taking care of home. You a man. You need to be taking care of home. I shouldn't have to do anything for you. This is our home. It has to be taken care of. And as a man, I feel like men should be providing. Our men is different now.
Yeah.
So, and I can't really blame them because, like I said, the upbringing is different. Times have changed. Everything has changed. Social media is killing everything. So it's
that's true.
It's hard to have a relationship when you got to constantly open up your phone, and when you on your phone, you seeing this, you seeing that. It's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
What about you, Michaela?
Oh, I was gonna say, I feel like,
Thank you for that.
yeah,
very good.
nowadays, I think there is this idea of options, or like we think that we have so many options because we are in a generation of so much media, so much imagery being fed to us constantly. And I think that we're all kind of brainwashed a little bit to where we think there's always going to be somebody out there. Oh, I can get with all these people now because I can settle down then. Like, there's going to be somebody. You know, I'll find somebody, whether you're a guy or a girl. I think there is, and sometimes we have to go back to reality and realize that social media is fake and it is virtual. This is not real. You're not making real connections with people. This is not how you form long-term relationships. This is not how you get to the marriage and the house and the kids. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just not plausible. Like, and I think we all have to learn that sooner or later. And I think in your 20s, that's kind of when guys and girls are learning that, because I feel like this idea of options is also what causes people who are in relationships in their 20s to step out of it or cheat or, you know, go see what else is out there as soon as y'all get in an argument. And I think that everybody's gonna get humbled sooner or later.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? Like, that's my opinion.
It happens every time.
Yeah. And so that's why for me, like, I try to look at my parents' marriage and I try to look at, you know, the way that they commit to each other daily. And, you know, my parents always tell me, when you love somebody, it's a choice.
Yeah.
You know, every day
Yeah.
you wake up and you say, I love you again. And you're also loving new versions of them. You know what I mean? Every year you're not the same person. You know, each year my mom is different, my dad is different, and they're loving a new version of each other. And I think that is what a relationship is. And sometimes we lose track of that in a virtual age. You know, we can't see that.
Thank you for that.
It's very good.
Do y'all hear
Nigel,
these
Michaela, those
wonderful Gen Zs?
You guys, that's so
Gen
good.
Z out there that,
Yeah.
you know, you kind of want to speak out to.
Yeah.
You know, to me, I think they're doing a great job speaking out, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Auntie.
Yeah. So therefore, you should feel safe and comfortable enough to speak how you feel too. Because look at these. Good job, y'all. Okay.
Such a mom.
Yeah. So, thank y'all for that, because I mean, I was thinking about that, being a single woman, you know, and thinking about Gen Z coming up behind me, and it's like, I wonder how they handling it out here. So now,
Look at Nisa.
We ain't.
So now I was thinking about that for the married women. How do y'all feel about now how people, they don't make commitments now? It's kind of one of those Netflix and chill, right? Type of vibe, am I right? And like Michaela said, it's so many distractions for one, and so many options now. What is something that you can talk to the Gen Z about with being married? Because of course you weren't always married. You were single before, you know, but look at you married now. He didn't put a ring on it. So, you know, would you want to go first, Tasha?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it is, I don't think for me personally, at this time in my life, at this age, I would really want to be single or be in the dating world because of the things that I've witnessed, people's experiences, and you know, a lot of them have been bad, but some good. You know, I think a person that wants to eventually, you know, become married, I think it's good for the singles to, in my opinion, to concentrate on yourself, get yourself to the point where you're your best self, you know, pray, you know, and I think at some point, you know, whoever God has for you, He will come. And, you know, God will He'll do the rest, you know, but get yourself to the point where you're your best self. Because when you do get married, it's no longer about self. It changes, you know. So just, keep focusing on yourself and being the beautiful, smart, intelligent young lady that you are. And, it is so true. Like I tell my husband all the time, a man that finds me, he finds a good thing. So when he came up, when he found me, so guess what? Whenever y'all husband find y'all, they coming up. So concentrate on yourself and get yourself to the point where you're your best.
Yes, that's right.
Yes,
That's
thank you for
exactly
that.
right. That's exactly right. And I would.
That was wonderful.
That was amazing.
Great information.
I would add
appreciate
that, like what Tasha said, whenever you get married, it is not just about you, you know. But I would share with you guys, with Gen Z, that when you are concentrating on your character and developing yourself on the inside, eventually what you are the interior of you, you'll draw it. Like you know what I mean? Like there'll be a connection. Something else too, like go places where you want to meet somebody, or I don't know, where do you guys hang out? Do you guys go out?
School, library.
School and the library?
That's where
What about you, Niecy?
No, I go to work.
Yeah, she go to work.
Oh my goodness. It is very different then. Because
I mean, every once in a while I
used to-
might hang out, but it's like I said, times are different.
Yeah,
and you
so
can't do what you used to do. There's too much killings going on, and I gotta make it back home to my son. I can't play
Yeah,
around.
of course. Yeah. And that's so sad. Dang. But yeah.
Times have changed.
It has
Yes, it
changed a
has.
lot. Yeah. But anyway, you girls, y'all are creative. Y'all will figure out
Right.
a way. But
We could take some trips.
yeah, some trips. That's exactly right. Change of environment. But at the same time, I do know that because as beautiful as you all are, I already know you got boyfriends. I already know that. I know she does. So I don't want to make anybody think, well, who are they? Because I'll meet them. No, she got a boyfriend. Okay, well, anyway, yep. So, but they still beautiful.
Right.
But yeah, that's so true. And I also think like relationships before marriage are like very telling as well. Like, because when you're in your 20s and you're dating, like kind of like what Auntie said or Wendy said earlier, whenever you were talking about people don't want to put labels on things, I think it is very hard to find that. Like me and my boyfriend, we became exclusive, and it's kind of like a rare thing in college. Like it's a very rare thing, and I think that has to do with, whenever you really like somebody and you're focused on yourself, they're focused on their self, and you guys better each other. Like I feel like I really just love being with him, and he makes me like my best self, and he always encourages me like when I'm nervous to do anything, and I just feel like that really is like a driving motivator for me to like, I guess I see the power that marriage could bring into somebody's life.
Yes.
Ever since I met him, like I see like what my mom talks about, or like, how my dad is her rock, or like her support system. Like I'm like, oh wow, this is what my mom talks about. Like whenever I'm like nervous, and then I talk to him, and he's immediately the person who can calm me down. Like, so I think when you're on that journey of singleness before marriage and you are dating, it's good to figure out what you do like, and what you don't like as well.
Yeah.
Thank
And-
you for that.
So whenever you think about who you are, and what you do like,
Yeah.
well, I don't want to really put you on the spot.
No, it's
I was gonna say, like, with your boyfriend, like, what was at the top of your list for him that made you say, "Oh, I like him,"
I think the top of my list was how like witty he is and how smart. Like I feel like he is the epitome of a salesman. Like he, always talks about ever since he was little, like he was the kid selling candy in elementary school, and so I feel like I appreciate that because sometimes I struggle to put myself out there and to promote myself. And I feel like whenever you lack things, I feel like that can be what you find most attractive in somebody else. You know what I mean?
That's so true.
Yeah, because he also says the same things about me. Like the things he likes most about me, he always says he first noticed I was so sweet. Because he said he don't like people. So he liked that I'm sweet and kind with people, because it helps him to soften up,
So funny.
So I think that would be the thing, yeah.
That's good. And it's funny because that's how it is with Romeo and I. Before, like, I didn't like people, and he liked everybody.
Yeah.
But now I love people. But before, I was like, I don't know them. Why are we talking to them? And he want to go talk. Oh, that's my buddy. I'm like, you don't know him.
No, that's so true.
Growing up, she would always be like, Mom,
That's
let him make friends. I'm like, he don't know these people.
I'm telling you, my dad's contact list is just the yellow book, the yellow pages. Like, I'm telling you, he knows the man at the grocery store, everybody.
You don't meet a stranger.
Never. And they all his friends. He's like, oh yeah, my buddy at Harris Teeter. I'm like, what? Harris Teeter?
Oh, that's funny. So what about you, Najma?
Oh, can you repeat it?
Okay. The question was,
I think you were asking about like before marriage, like how it is just being single. That was the question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, right now where I'm at in life, I've never been like on myself so bad. Like Godmother was saying, like it's about growth. Like I'm still working, I'm still growing, but I am single. Because I want to be the best me. Like I have so many goals and stuff that I'm trying to achieve. And I also feel like too, like self-love is important. Sometimes you don't gotta be married.
Yeah.
You don't need no boyfriend. Like I do better when I'm alone. And sometimes being alone, I don't like being lonely. So sometimes I feel myself backtracking or maybe like, and then that turns into settling. So it's like I'm on a different route where I'm just trying to grow. I've always dreamed as a little girl of being a wife one day.
Yeah.
So I'll never give up on that dream.
Yeah.
If it come, it come. But I'm on myself right now. Like I'm trying to better myself. I want to be who I can be, the best that I know I can be. And so many goals, like I said, that I have not achieved yet. And sometimes that comes from being in a relationship. Sometimes a relationship can it can hold you back from certain stuff because you have to think about it. Now you have another person. You have to put up with their feelings every day.
Yes.
You have to make sure they're all right. It's like you said, it's not about you. So therefore now you're pouring into somebody else.
That's right.
Then who's gonna pour into you when you don't really have anything?
Yeah.
That's so true.
Sometimes being in a marriage, relationship, all of that is good. When people, I love black love. When people loving on each other, I love that.
Yes.
I love that because we need that. But at the same time too, it can drain you. There's pros and cons to everything.
Yeah.
That is a word. Yes. That's nice.
We like that. Pros and cons
pros
to
and cons to everything. So we get some good information from Gen Z. We sure appreciate that. Y'all informing us.
Our generation is so hungry. Like, as far as the hustle in our generation, they're so hungry. Like, everybody, it's 21, 22-year-old business owners, and, everybody is hungry for something. So, that's another thing too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when you hungry for something else, it's hard to put your time into somebody else. Like your hands is full, your plate is full. So.
Unless, like you said, unless you meet that one that can be hungry with you.
Yeah.
You know? But like you said, pros and cons to everything. But the main goal is to get that right one and build an empire together. That's the right, I mean, and I'm talking about an empire, like all the way around, well-rounded life.
Yes.
You know, spiritually,
Yeah.
financially, you know, mentally, all of it.
Yeah.
10x it all. 10x, baby. Okay, so I do. Well, do y'all have any questions for the married Gen X? Do y'all have any questions for them?
Well, we want to know about the single lady. Like, what is
single lady?
I mean, is the single being beautiful? We know, yeah, somebody's saying something.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about that. So this is single lady Gen X. So single for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I love being single. I like being single, y'all. I mean, I just do. I do want to get married one day because I want to experience marriage. And I do want to have someone that's my person.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I just love.
Good.
I'm good on that. Okay.
I ain't gotta worry about what nobody doing. Go to sleep.
I'm so used to coming and going as I please, doing what I want to
Yeah.
do. And I don't do much. Well, I mean, if it ain't doing what we all do, you know.
Yeah.
But as far as single, I think single is good.
Yeah.
I really do. I am a confident single woman.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah.
I am a confident single woman, and I'm going to pat myself on the back. I am and I feel good about saying it.
Yeah.
I am a confident single woman. So therefore, if it is somebody else out there that lack confidence because they feel like, oh, I ain't got nobody. Oh, everybody married. Oh, well, she got a man. I ain't got. No. Be a confident single woman.
Yes.
With your
Be a
whole chest.
confident single woman.
With your whole
Because you know
chest.
what? Like what you said, when your time comes,
Yes.
honey, he gonna have something on his hand. Because you done had all this time to work on yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have had all this time to enjoy yourself, to travel, to
Yes.
read your Bible, to spend time with God, to grow your friendships, to grow your money, to grow. You've had nothing but time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So don't be down about it.
No.
Go get it.
Yeah. Go get
Like
it.
really go get everything that belongs to you.
Yeah.
Like go for it. Don't be thinking or looking at nobody else, comparing yourself to nobody else, trying to say, oh, well, this and that. Don't do that. Be a confident, strong woman.
Yeah.
And when I say strong, I'm talking about strong in here. I ain't talking about trying to act like you're so independent. Miss Independent. This, and that. No, I'm talking about strong in here to know who you are. Be that woman.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I want to tell you about singleness. For me.
That's so good.
It is.
And you know what?
I love it.
Something that I love about you is that in the midst of being single, you love it, but you still celebrate marriage.
Oh,
you
yes.
never bash it.
That
You
is so
celebrate.
I love seeing marriage.
Yeah, you
Because I know it's going to be me one day.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you
You know?
celebrate people that are in relationships.
Yes.
You're quick to say, "Oh, you with your boo."
Oh, you with your boo?
Never ever bitter.
No,
Right. Never
complaining.
Or
you're not that
envious.
type.
Yeah,
Thank you, Lord.
No, no.
Yeah, because I want everybody. Because I know when my time do come, honestly, I'm going to be happy too.
Yeah,
I know that I'm going to have my person.
yeah.
Yes.
But it's
That's
all
right.
in God's timing. But am I sitting around thinking about it or? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. I'm not sitting
I
around
know.
thinking
We
about
know.
it.
Yes.
We know.
Yes.
But it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen one day.
Yeah.
But as far as y'all being married, I love it.
Oh, we know. Yeah.
I love it. I
She
mean,
lo-
what y'all doing
Yeah.
over there? You,
And she loves our
looking for your
husbands.
man.
Yes, she do.
So do.
She loves them.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I can say about that. I don't know everybody's experience, but I just want whoever if they are feeling down about being single. Don't feel down, honey.
And that's good.
Your time
advice.
coming.
Yes.
You know?
That's good advice for the single people. Again, being single looks good on you. It really does.
But now, well, when I get mad, honey, we're gonna be doing some double date.
My shirt just keep coming on.
But yeah, do y'all have any questions for the married?
How do y'all forgive? Because
Oh, that's good.
honey, when you make me mad, I want you to pack your stuff and I want you to get out. I get so mad, I just don't know how to control it. I want you to get out and just leave me alone. Don't call me anymore. Like, so how do y'all forgive y'all? Like, I'm working on my grudges and stuff, but in a marriage, how do y'all forgive y'all spouse or partner? Because I know being married to somebody as long as y'all been married, I know y'all have like little catty arguments and stuff like that.
You have to compromise. You know, you just try to get through the moments the best you can, and you can't hold a grudge. You know, you might be feeling a certain kind of way, you know, in that moment, but you just have to get through it. You know, because it's not the same. Oh, we just break up and everybody just move out, and it's not
Like
like
what
that.
she
You know, you're married, so you know, you just have to just try to get through it. You know what I mean? And try your best not to have a grudge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause that's easier to do.
And you know what? Something that's so important is the same grace that you need, he needs.
Yes, that's true.
So the fact that because none of us are perfect, I know I'm gonna need grace because I'm extremely picky.
Yes.
Oh gosh, I know that about me. Very picky. I like what I like, and I like it my way, a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
So Rome has to give me grace all the time. Like, she don't mean no harm. She just obsessing over stuff. Okay, you know, because I'm like, where did you put that? You know.
Oh, especially like Dad's work boots or,
Oh,
or his work pants. He sits on the couch and
I cannot stand it. Don't sit on the sofa. You have denim on. It's gonna get on my sofa. You're gonna bleed out my color. No, get off. Go put your lounge pants on. And he's like,
he gonna walk over though and put on his robe.
but at the same time, he gives me grace. He knows she's picky about her furniture.
Yeah.
She's picky about this. She's picky about that. You know, my husband, he's always been a hard worker, and he has always had a lot. A lot. Okay, Wendy and I, we tell you guys all the time on our YouTube channel, we haven't always been here.
Yes.
So it's not that I am like so excited. I know this is just a table, but I just truly believe what God has given me, I want to take good care of it.
Yes.
You know,
Yes,
and that's
that's
just
true.
not just material things, but even my children and everything. What He puts in my hands,
Yes.
I want to steward it well.
Yeah.
You know, and so, but he's always had stuff. So he's like, it's just, so he can mess stuff up and he'll be like, well, we'll buy another one. I'm like, no, I want this one. But at the same time, he gives me grace. You know, he
Yes.
knows that. And so he'll just listen and he'll say, okay. And he'll give me grace. And then I do the same. You
Yes.
know, if it's something for him, I give him grace. But again, you know something? You got to know who you're married to.
Yeah, that's true too.
You got, like whenever you
That's
know,
true,
you do. You got to know who you're married to. Once you start learning them, you know they don't mean any harm.
Yes.
And you give them grace, you know.
Right.
Well, Auntie, do you feel like you ever really know a person?
Well, like your mom said, like Wendy said, because we are always changing, Michaela said that too.
Yeah.
You know, each year where it's a new version, it's a new me.
Yeah.
But he gives me grace in order to learn that new me. I give him grace to learn that new him.
Yes.
You know, I give him yes, I give him grace so that I can learn that new him. Yeah. And what you said?
I said, it's not you did it.
Always good. But you know, yeah, it's important because again, if you are doing life with somebody, you have to be able, you know, to lean, to bend, to shift a little bit.
Yes, that's true.
Now, of course, you have your big things, like you don't tolerate disrespect and all of that stuff.
Right.
But whenever it comes down to an argument, and you know, at the end of the day, this person has my back.
Yes.
Like, this person has my back. You know, Rome makes sure I'm okay before he makes sure he's okay. You
See,
know.
that's my person.
Love I need.
Not wrong.
Exactly.
But that's how my person gonna be.
You don't do that. Do
That's how my person gonna be, I'm telling you.
too, Auntie. I feel like people, they need to understand each other's love languages.
That's
If you don't
Yeah,
understand each
definitely.
other's love language, it's not gonna work because you're not doing what I need for you.
yeah.
That's true.
And you're right
Or
because
vice versa.
Yeah.
Both ways.
Yeah.
Because just like with me and Wendy being sisters, right? Her love language is, oh my gosh.
Touch,
affection. She want to give you 50 hugs. That is not mine. I'm like, get off.
Yeah, me too.
And I want to talk to her all the time.
She calls me all day. I'm like, Wendy, what do you want?
love
You
her.
just
Welcome to the club. Boo, what you doing at work? What do you need?
So her husband, he better know this about her.
Yes.
Oh, he gonna love that about me.
So he better be
He loves
ready.
so much about me.
Yeah,
He is.
he is. But he better be ready because that might not be his. But at the same time, because he loves her, like
Yes.
Tasha said, it's compromise.
Yes.
He'll listen. He'll do it. He'll know. Okay, here she go. She wants some attention.
Yeah.
Let me give her
Wanna touch
attention.
on
No, God. That's too much.
Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But go ahead, Keith.
But I had a question too.
Yeah.
So my question would be, before marriage, if you could go back in time, what would you have told yourself, like before your wedding day? If you right now could go back in time, what would you tell yourself?
You gotta look that way at the married people.
She was looking over here at me. I said,
You gotta look that way at the married people.
oh, she was married.
I can't answer that. I ain't married.
Well, Mom, you can tell us what you would tell your younger self single.
Yeah, that's been feeling. Yeah, and I tell you.
Go ahead.
Well, wait. I'm sorry.
I'm
So
thinking.
break it down. Say it
Okay,
again.
let me I guess be more specific.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so if you could go back in time, what advice, like what piece of advice, or like what would you tell yourself before your wedding day?
Before my wedding day
Yeah, that you know now,
to marriage.
or
Okay.
that would prepare you, or that you would tell anybody really before their wedding day, before they settle down.
So for me, I probably would, and this piece of advice was given to me by our family member, cousin Pearlie, right? And she can never say my name right. She called me Kisha. But I know that's cousin Pearlie calling when I hear Kisha.
Yeah.
So she said, okay, you're getting married now. So, if you guys get into an argument, you go in that room, let him go in that room, and then, you go on about your business. Don't go to bed angry. Wake up in the morning, start a new day, and make sure, again, that you choose to love him each and every day.
Yeah.
And so I would tell my younger self, kind of like, I can relate to what my niece said. I would tell my younger self, before getting married, learn to let go of grudges.
Yeah.
Because the grudges, all it does, it hardens your heart, it makes you bitter, and when the right person comes, your heart is so calloused, they can't get in.
Yeah.
It took a long time for my husband to be able to get in.
Yeah.
My heart was so calloused, you know. Even trying to take me out on a date, I was like, "What you want? Why are you trying to take me out?"
You thought he had
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "What's your?"
intentions,
Yeah, don't try to play me. you
Yeah.
know? And so I would just say that that my heart, it had to be soft. It had to become soft for me,
Yeah.
not for men. It had to be soft for me
Right.
because it was so callous. And then here it is, I meet this wonderful person that I was thinking, wow, I never met anybody this nice. Kind of
Yeah.
like what you said your boyfriend says. You know, never met anybody this nice. Is he really this nice all the time? And after close to 25 years, he's this nice all the time.
That's good,
Yeah.
Keisha.
So, so that callous heart,
Yes.
I would tell myself before marriage, like, that's not gonna help you. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So you better let that go. Learn, become a better you. Learn a better way to handle conflict, or you know what I mean. Like, you're smart. You can do better than that.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, Mom, could you like expound upon like a better way to handle conflict?
So where my response would be anger, telling you about yourself, checking you real quick, and then kicking you out, like what my niece said. Kicking you out and making up my mind like, I'm getting ready to show you. I'll show you better than I can tell you.
Yeah.
You know, that
That's true.
changing that attitude, because first of all, I'm better than that. So it would just be like working on that response, you know, because
That's
I
right.
am a smart woman, a mature woman. Yes, he's made me mad. So I'm going to take time and I'm going to handle this situation in a way to where I'm able to say, does he need grace? What he said, did he mean that? Did he say that with his whole chest? You know? Or was he just talking? Because sometimes people just, they want to just clap back real quick. They don't mean it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of tit for tat. So
Yeah.
you have to think, like, was he just being petty? You know? Anyway, it's a lot, but
Yeah.
that goes into it, because again, you're learning that person that you're with. But when you start to know, like, wait a minute, this is a man of character. He's petty.
Yes.
He might be petty, but he's a man of character. We can work on that. It's like sometimes it's just a character flaw.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, something. And I got character flaws too.
We
We all do.
Yeah, we all
That's
do.
right.
And so look at Niecy. She's like, I don't want to hear this. but at the end of the day, whenever you process it and you think about it, and then you think to yourself, if you keep going back, do you really like him? Like, why do you keep going back? Or why do you keep giving him another chance?
Yeah.
It's got to be something. Otherwise, you would have been, you know what I mean?
Yes.
That's
So
right.
then, instead of looking at him, look at you. Why you keep going back with him?
Yeah.
If he really all that bad, why do you keep going back with him?
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
And you
That's
really
a-
have to, you know, pick your battles. You know,
Yeah,
some things is just really not that serious.
it's not.
You
And when
know?
you get married,
Yes.
you see that.
So
Yeah.
what do
See
y'all
that.
consider serious?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm just like, whoa.
I think what is serious for me is like intentional disrespect.
Yes.
That's serious because you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know.
You're trying to hurt me.
And if I tell you, now it's one thing if you don't know, but if I tell you
Yes.
what you're doing, your behavior or what you're saying or what your actions, they're hurting me. Okay, now you know.
Yeah, there you know. Yes.
So what you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna keep doing it, or you're gonna change, switch it up? You know,
Right.
because I'm your wife, so it's very serious. So, but for me, yeah, intentional disrespect. That's a big deal.
So Auntie, how do you and Godmother being married women, how do y'all feel about this social media thing? Because I know Uncle Roma, he does. But God Daddy Tim. He has
Yes.
social media. So how do you feel with the things that he's seeing, women, and that's why I said back to our generation.
Yeah.
In our relationships, yes, I've had experiences. This is gonna be tit for tat.
Yeah.
It is tit for tat, and then it's petty. The social media thing.
Oh,
you
God.
in this person DM. You in that
Yes.
person DM. Like it's. Cause you tit for tat, you trying to get back at me. Really and
Yeah.
truly, you don't even want this girl.
Right.
You're just
Yeah.
doing that because you know that will get to me, or you getting back at, oh, I seen you did this 2-3 days ago or 5 months ago.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
like it's petty. So
Yeah.
how do
Yeah.
y'all feel about when y'all husband? Well, Uncle Ron, he doesn't have. But God Daddy Tim, how do you feel about him being on social media?
Well, hey, I'm on social media, so I can't really say much to him about being on social media, but his behavior on social media, okay, I just have to trust that he would make the right decisions on social media. I'm not really a big fan of him being on that, even though I'm on it. Exactly, because when you scrolling down, you see all this shaking and moving and people not all the way dressed, all kind of stuff out there now. So, but
Throw the whole phone over.
listen, in my
My husband
house,
got a social media. He ain't mine.
listen, in my house, hey, I got it going on, and
Hey,
nobody
yeah.
taught me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just have to really concentrate on myself, keep loving myself and not fall into that, because me and him, we can easily have a disagreement about that, but, I can't tell him he can't be on it, because I'm on there, but it is, social media is terrible right now, but you just have to, like Keisha was saying, you have to know your person.
Yeah.
And that's where your trust come in, It really is. So that's all you can do is trust them.
Yeah. And at the same
you for
time, the character. If you know that the guy
Yeah.
has character. Now, again, if he doesn't have character, why you with him anyway?
Yeah,
You know? You
Keisha.
You don't need to be. Like, ain't nobody got time.
Yeah, it's Keisha.
You gotta have character.
That's for real though.
You know,
Oh
if
my
I can't
gosh.
trust you as far as I can see you,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah,
No, you ain't got to put me down. I'm
Yeah.
letting you go.
Yeah.
Because I can't trust you. Integrity is everything to me.
yes,
Because I carry myself, I want to be a woman of integrity, and I need for my man to be a man of integrity.
Yes.
yes.
You know.
That's right,
So
Keisha.
if he's not, then I just know, well, you somebody else's husband. You're not
Yeah.
my
Right,
husband.
right.
Yeah, that's right.
No, that's so
Exactly.
true. I think that is actually really true, Mom. Maybe I really am your daughter.
Maybe I really am.
Because that's something that like whenever in the past, if I've been like talking to somebody, I literally will think like, no, my husband would never do this.
See?
And
Yeah.
it just immediately makes me turn off. My brain just can't even see that far anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like-
Yes, that's good,
Yeah.
Michaela.
Look at it. Don't get me wrong. No one is perfect. But
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
no
saying,
one's perfect, but just intentional
if he's
disrespect.
looking at, because like what Tasha said, naked and shaking
It's
and
all
doing
that
all
out
this stuff
there.
or whatever.
Yeah.
If he's in a relationship with me, that's one thing. But the fact that he has an appetite for that,
Yeah.
the fact that that's his taste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I know it's there. You scroll past it. But I'm
Right.
talking about somebody that's like just actively watching it,
Yeah.
liking it.
Yeah.
Oh, again, you not my husband. My husband don't have that kind of appetite.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? My husband, that kind of, no.
Yes.
That's, to me, in my opinion, my husband sees that as, someone that doesn't have class. So how can I get mad at a guy that really, that's his appetite and he likes that?
Yeah.
I can't tell you not to like steak. If you like steak, you like
Yeah.
steak.
Right,
I don't eat steak.
Right.
So the problem is not you. You keep on eating your steat.
Right.
I need to
I
go.
just remove myself.
Yes.
Yes,
exactly.
Keisha.
That's
That's
exactly.
good. That's good.
Good. Yeah, I like that.
Because I think we get mad at the person. If they're showing you who they are, why are you
definitely.
mad?
Yeah.
Just let them be them. But
Yeah.
you remove yourself.
Yourself. Yes.
You're not my
Good,
husband.
Keisha.
You're not my husband.
That's good.
Yes. Good job. Y'all hear that? Yes. Okay. So, did Tasha, this goes for you.
Okay.
Did you know that you always wanted to be married?
I really didn't. I think just going through life and maybe failed relationships got me to the point where I kind of wanted to, find my person. And anything that fails in our lives, it always, when you think about it, it always, and I was telling you this earlier, it always brings us back to God.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know?
Yes.
Every single time. So, I didn't start out wanting to be married, but the older I got, I did eventually wanted to, meet my husband. So,
Okay. Yeah.
and I met him too.
Yeah. Hey, that's her man. Okay. Okay. Good question. Next question for you, Keisha, is: did you know that you always wanted to be married? I know this.
The answer is a flat foot no. That was not. As a little girl, I never dreamed of it. I never thought about a wedding dress. When people would say, "Oh, you're gonna get married one day," I would think, "No, I don't want that." I never pictured myself married. I never even thought about having a man to grow old with. Like, no, I want to do me. I want to.
Yeah.
So it's funny because she's single now. When we were kids, she wanted this, and I wanted that. And so, because to me, it was, well, you know what? I think it had to do with what we saw when we were growing up. Our mom, she experienced quite a bit of abuse by men. And so I seen them, and this is just my experience, I know not all men are like that, but I seen them as controlling, abusive, and the things that she endured, I was like, oh, I will put his head through the wall.
Yeah.
There is no way.
That's right.
I didn't see love. I didn't see love or anything. Wait, what? I didn't see. Oh God. I did.
I mean, yeah.
And again, I could show you better than I could tell you.
Yeah.
I used to just really see guys as, no, I don't want, you're not going to control me.
Yeah.
You're not going to manipulate me. We used to watch my mom cry all the time.
Yeah.
She was verbally abused, physically abused. It was just so mental, And I thought that was horrible. And so with that being said, that is how I saw men.
Yeah.
And so I wanted nothing to do. Now, don't get me wrong. I thought boys were cute. I still like boys. I liked them. Nothing wrong with, But I'm just saying, for me, I liked men. I like muscles. I like all that. But as far as in marriage, no, I never thought about that.
Tasha, what are the benefits of marriage?
I would say companionship, partnership, emotional support, just support, period. Somebody that's, praying for you, praying with you, and my husband is a big guy, Wendy. And when you look at him, you wouldn't believe he's the man that would get a prayer up. But I can hear him at night,
Yes.
and he's saying his prayers.
Woo!
And
Thank
I'm
you,
about to get
Lord.
emotional thinking about this.
Thank you, God.
And I hear wife.
Yes. Hallelujah.
And so that alone, you know, somebody standing in the gap for you.
Yes.
That's priceless.
Yes. Hallelujah.
You know, that's more than money.
Yes.
So, you know, it's just, you know, that partnership and that spiritual
Yes.
partnership.
Yes.
And I see a lot of couples, and there's a lot of things, materialistic things people look at, and they depend on stuff like that. But when you got somebody that will pray for you and with you, honey, I'm grateful.
Yes.
So, I'm trying to stick to the script.
Keep on going, because I'm about to get an application. Hey, she making me start wanting to look. She making me start not want to be single no more. I need a man praying for me. Woo! And we praying together. Woo!
That right there alone,
Thank you for that.
that's
that's
the top for me.
that's
benefit.
Yes, right. For me too.
Yes.
For me too. That's something that I know. Whenever, like I said at the beginning with my husband, when we were seeing each other, I was just like, you know, what do you want? You know, listen, he scooped me up at 22. I was young. I was her age. I was not looking for anybody. I thought I was cute, and I was going to go and do me. And I was gonna go do me. I was thinking, what, you know, why? Like, why are you here?
Yeah.
What is this? What do you want? What is the agenda? Because again, that is what I had seen. I had seen a lot of manipulation. Now they call it ghosting or love bombing. You know, now it has a name. But back in the day, dudes was doing that to girls. You know, I had so many friends that were constantly crying, constantly, you know, letting go of their dreams. The colleges that they wanted to get into, they didn't go or they didn't want to go or to pursue that because they were so busy chasing after him, you know, things like that. So I just thought, like what Nisi said, you know, that it was draining. And so anyway, I didn't know that it could be beautiful.
Yes.
I had no clue. For myself, I know that God is good.
Yes.
Everything that He has given me, it's like with my husband, in the scripture when it says, husbands, love your wife as Jesus loved the church, like I see that in my life.
Yes.
I see that in my life. We're walking that out. You know, I'm always first. There is no, you know, his day, he's always checking. How are you? You know, how you doing? Is this something I can help you with? You know, now he's got all these jobs because my husband works a lot.
Yes.
He's the man. He's running all this, you know, business, making deals, contracts, everything. But he's calling me at home to see, is this something I can do for you?
Yes,
Yeah, you want to love a man like that.
that's right.
You want to be a good wife to a man like that.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I can follow him and at the same time,
Yes.
you know, I can trust him
Yes.
Yes.
to know that he's still going to check on me throughout the day to say, is it something that you need?
Yes.
So that's a blessing. So
Yes, it
yeah.
is.
So whenever it comes to that, again, going back to character, you know,
Yeah.
that's
That's
just
right.
who he is. We've been together for almost 25 years. He's not trying to impress me. That's just who he is.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
just that kind of guy.
Yes.
You know, and I thank the Lord that at first I was trying to push him away, like, what do you want? You too nice. What is this about? You know, but now I know that it was God bringing something good into my life.
Yes.
It was God saying, hey, I'm trying to bless you,
Yes.
you know. And so, yeah, I'm very thankful for that.
Okay.
Good.
Good, Keisha. Thank you for that.
Oh my goodness.
Appreciate that. I'm telling you, when I say giving out some good advice, y'all gotta match the replay for this. I'm telling you, some good advice. You got the Gen X
It's crazy.
and Gen Z up in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Elijah, do you have any thing that you want to share or you want to say?
I will say, my 20s, I'm living the rest of my 20s now. But when the 30s and 40s come, when, you know, I have a man that is a leader, I don't mind being submissive to a man that can guide. We need y'all, and y'all need us.
Yes.
So I will say that, but until then, I'm outside.
But you know something that I'm seeing and I'm very, very proud of? I do see a lot of men now that are focusing on their mental health.
Yes.
They're focusing on loving themselves, taking better care of themselves, standing up as men, like real men, reaching back to help other men.
Yes.
So I think with that happening, it's still a lot of men that need to help the ones that don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when the ones don't know, when they get around the ones that do, and the ones that's helping them,
Yes.
that's where your husband at right there. Mine too. Mine is one of the ones that's already helping. You see what I'm saying?
That's so true.
But I'm just saying, you know, it's some good men out here.
Yes, it is.
It's some good men out here, and it's the ones that are learning or trying, you know, because they didn't have a father figure in their life.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just trying to figure it out along the way. With figuring things out, it comes challenges
Yes.
because you're trying to figure it out. We try to figure a lot of stuff out, you know? And at that time, sometimes you meet people and get in people's life and y'all make mistakes together. So you may not have the best experience at that time, but that don't mean that's the end of who that person is.
Yes.
Because just because you're right here, that don't mean this is who I really am.
Right.
Yeah.
This is just where I'm at. So it's some good men out here. So look, shout out to these good old black powerful men out here.
Yeah. That's
Well,
so true.
all men. But I had to say that about my black men.
You know
I'm
what?
proud of y'all.
I think it's good that you said that because I think that whenever you begin to let our men or let men know what you as a woman, like, I want to be my best, but this is what I need from you.
Yes.
I need for you to become that leader
Yes.
that I want to follow.
That's right.
You know, and so when you're doing these things, when you're looking at this in your phone, that's not a leader to me. And you're better than that. You're a good man.
Yes.
Like when the woman begins to tell him who he is, maybe he
Yes.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he don't.
sometimes they
Nobody has
don't.
told him that.
Yeah.
So maybe when she begins to say, "Let me tell you
Speak life
how I
into him.
see you.
Yes.
You're a good man. You're my man."
Yeah.
And my man don't do stuff like that. I don't do it, and my man don't do it.
Yes.
And you begin to speak life into him.
Yes.
This is what I expect of you. I'm going to forgive you for this. Because I know you ain't in your right mind. Not being with me. You know, you with me.
Right.
And I'm this caliber of a
Yes.
woman.
Yes.
I need for my man to be this caliber
Yes.
of a
Yes.
man.
Yes.
That's
So I
right,
need for you to
Keisha.
come up. I
Yes.
love you. I need for you to come up.
Yeah. I'm picking
Like
you up.
start there, yeah.
I'm
Pick
picking
you
you
up,
up,
right?
Picking you
Start
up, bro.
there.
I'm picking you up, bro.
Yeah, start there. Start there. Forgive him. Forgive him. Let him know what you expect, and let him know the caliber of man that you want to follow.
Yes.
Yes.
I will not settle for anything less. This is the caliber I want.
Yes.
Because if I follow you and you're doing things like this, this is not going to benefit me. If anything, you bringing me heartache, you making me insecure, you making me sad, you making me think, well, what else are you looking at?
Yes.
But if I see that you're thinking to yourself, you know what? Yeah, I'm better than that. No, not compared to my girl. Let me put this phone down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you let him know. He'll begin to act and walk in that.
Yes.
Because
Yes,
that's how
Keisha.
you see him.
Yes.
You know?
And speaking life, that is so true.
Yeah.
Mom, because I feel like even from a woman's perspective, like it is a world of difference when you're with somebody who is always building you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like it's easy to walk confidently. It's easy to feel beautiful and everyone says, oh, you're just glowing or whatever, people
Yeah.
say, because you're with someone who's actually feeding you light. Like,
Exactly.
That's
and
true.
it is evident when someone is drained. You know what
That's
I mean?
so
I
true.
really
Yes.
believe so, because I see it in my friends. I'll see it. I look around and I'll be like, oh my gosh, my friend get out of a relationship and she just looks, oh my gosh, wow, like she loses weight. She's, about her diet and, about her books and just working and just investing in herself, feeding herself that light.
Yes.
And when you have a partner doing that, that will just make it even better. I think,
It's
like
so
what you're
true.
saying.
I believe that.
Yeah.
It's so true. But communicating with your partner.
Yeah.
Letting your partner know, I'm going to forgive you for this.
That's right.
Moving forward, this is what I expect. This is what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you that high standard of what a woman is.
Yes.
This is what I'm working at. I need for you to give me the same thing.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you know what? That goes both ways too.
Yeah.
It goes for the man too, to have a woman that's stepping up too.
Oh,
That's
yes.
being that woman
Exactly.
that he needs for him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he might be-
he could be a high
That's
caliber.
exactly
And he
right.
don't necessarily even have to be financially high caliber.
Yes.
You have some men out here that may not have the finances, but honey, they got the vision and they gonna get
Yes,
there
that's
eventually.
right. That's
Cause
right.
why? Cause they following God. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's
So
true,
God
Wendy.
gonna send them the money
Yes.
because he gonna bring the business, or he gonna bring whatever, or he just gonna keep blessing them.
Yes.
But at the same time, women have to do the same thing.
Yes.
Yes.
They have to make sure they stepping up too and doing what they supposed to do.
So true.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
you got some women out here that take men down too.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
You know, you got some women out here that make men not believe in themselves. They
Emasculate
be
them.
so good
Yes.
to them,
That's
and they
right.
just take.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, so
That's
it go
sad,
both
too.
ways. So y'all, we gotta be good women for our men too,
That's
and
right.
pour into the men.
That's true.
And stop,
Yeah.
stop cussing your men out. Dang, why you gotta cuss them out? Like, why? You know what I mean?
It's not helping you or
It's
him.
not helping. That's exactly right. And this is a man.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you right now, a man is not gonna keep dealing with you calling him a B and telling him he ain't this and he ain't that and you this and you. He
Yeah.
eventually, now he'll still be with you. He won't respect you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
He won't respect you.
Yeah.
You know,
And he's halfway out the door.
he
too.
have exactly.
Really?
And you best because you know
Especially mentally.
what? A lot of people they'll be like, I was with him for 10 years, and then he met this girl, and in 5 months they was married
Yeah.
because she wasn't calling him a B.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She wasn't cussing him out.
Yeah. That's true.
If anything, she was different.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
different. He saw
Yes.
something different, and he was like, "Yeah, I could put a ring on that."
Yeah.
Yeah, being with her, yeah, I could see. Cause men are not. They're very logical.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's
They're
true.
not trying to be all complex and you gotta figure me out and all that. No.
Yeah.
But they love a woman that will speak like what you said, life into
Yes.
them.
Yes.
To edify them, to lift them up, because men have a lot that they're carrying. So when you can be that peace, when you can be that woman, or maybe I shouldn't say that peace because God is our peace, but when you can be that woman that speaks life into him and continues to let him know, baby, I got you.
That's right.
And you know, you're this kind of man, and I see it. That
That's right.
pushes him to keep going.
Yes.
You
and
know,
to be better.
and to be better.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
But if you cussing him out, oh, you be da 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 da,
Yes.
like,
That's true.
you gotta calm down on that.
Yeah.
Calm down on that. And it's not classy at all. It's very
not.
tacky.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
So what advice would you like to give someone that would want to prepare for marriage? And that goes for the married people. What advice are you giving to Gen Z, even myself, and anybody that is watching on here? What advice can you give them when they may want to prepare for marriage?
I think it kind of goes back to what I said from the start. You know, you do want to concentrate on yourself for now so you can be your best self. So when you do meet your husband, you'll be all the way together. I would say to, continue to pray, maybe, be around people that's married. I think that helps too, being around married couples. I know when I was single, I used to attend a lot of, I think it was called Single Summit in the church, and it was for people that one day wanted to get married, and I paid attention. So maybe participate in things like that, in church, but I do believe that being around, other married couples, that helps a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Now, what do you say?
Oh my goodness. So I probably would say, first of all, get a better understanding of why you want to be married, and then like what Tasha said, then work on yourself in that way. Like if you know that you are a wife, then be a wife. That way, before you even get married, because you
Yes.
know that you're a wife, again, mentally, I'm thinking this way, I'm acting this way, I'm conducting myself in this way because I'm a wife.
Right.
And so, yeah, I think eventually after a while, whenever you meet your husband, it'll match, it'll connect.
Yes.
Because again, like what Tasha said, you've been working on yourself. You know that you are a wife.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, we hope this information from. Do you all have any last words?
yeah, what do you
say?
guys want to say?
I guess the last thing I would say is if you're Gen Z or in your 20s and you're struggling with your romantic journey, to not get discouraged because we're young, and just to give yourself grace and to also give the people that are also in our age group grace too. Everybody is trying to figure out themselves. And I think when you're in your 20s, like people tell me all the time, they remember when they were my age and they're like, oh gosh, and it makes me kind of say, oh dang, how much will I grow? How much will I evolve?
Yeah.
And I think that's what I constantly remind myself, and that's the last thing that I would say. Yeah.
Thank you for that, Nisi.
You're welcome, Auntie.
I think that's good.
You have any last words, baby?
Nope, other than keep going.
Okay. Nigel says keep going. Do y'all have any last words?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think everybody should know that marriage, again, it is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
It really is. It is something that God has given us. And if the two of you come together and you make it work and you keep God, you keep going back to Him because you're like, Lord, this is your son.
Yes.
How am I supposed to treat him? God, this is your daughter. How do I treat her?
Yes.
Yes.
He will
right.
help you.
Yes, He will.
He will
right.
help you. If you're insensitive, He'll point it out. Don't talk to him like that.
Yes.
Yes.
And so if you look at it like that, if that's what you want, if you want marriage, it is beautiful.
Yes,
it really is.
It's a blessing.
Okay. Well, you know what, guys? I do eventually want marriage. So, but at this time, I am grateful that God is allowing me to be around married people. I am around married people. I'm around my girlfriend Tasha. I'm around my sister all the time. So thank you, Lord, for that, because I'm preparing real good too. I really am. I'm doing a good job on it.
Yeah.
But if you are married out there, or if you are single, just be confident in whatever it is that you are doing and where you are right now in life. Just know that God has more in store for you, and get around the right people. If you want to be married, get around married people. If you single and you may not be confident, get around confident single people. Why? They have godly counsel. Also, confident single people that got godly counsel. Okay. But we have enjoyed ourselves together.
Yes.
I
Thank
love
you,
all
guys.
y'all. This is my family and her family.
Yes.
So thank you for watching Pick Me Up Sis podcast, where we like to empower and inspire and also lead you back to God.
Yes.
And don't forget, like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes.
Bye.